Let me ask some questions about faith, which is a tough subject to talk about. You have called at times this battle against terrorism a crusade.
I said it once and probably shouldn't have used that word.
Let's come on, let's give the Lord a hand for our governor, Paul Riley. Come on, let's give Jesus thanks, because she declared some things that were powerful.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about Pastor Muthi. Yeah, as I was mayor and Pastor Muthi was here and he was praying over me, and you know how he speaks, and he's so bold. He's praying, Lord, make a way, Lord, make a way. And
why is marriage under attack? Why is the family coming under such brutal attack of the forces of darkness?
I intend to nominate judges who have proven themselves worthy of our trust, that they take as their sole responsibility the enforcement of laws made by the people's elected representatives. Judges of the character and quality of Justices Roberts and Alito.
I can do my part in doing things like working really, really hard to get a natural gas pipeline, about a $30 billion project that's going to create a lot of jobs for Alaskans, and we'll have a lot of energy flowing through here. And pray about that also. I think God's will has to be done in unifying people and companies to get that gas line built. So pray for that.
Rest assured that men like Senator McCain will be the goal and the men that my two young boys will emulate and admire. You could have your Tiger Woods. We've got Senator McCain. My friends, this is the real audacity of hope. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Senator John McCain. God bless you.
Thank you, Dave.
That government should get its hands off of us as much as possible. We don't need that much of it. We'd like less of it. And we darn sure would like for it to be less expensive. But the reality is, and I'm worried because, frankly, that was Barack Obama. He just tripped off a chair. He's getting ready to speak, and somebody aimed a gun at him, and he dove for the floor.
Lord, make a way, Lord, make a way. And I'm thinking, this guy is really bold. He doesn't even know what I'm going to do. He doesn't know what my plans are. And he's praying not, oh, Lord, if it be your will, may she become governor or whatever. No, he just prayed for it. He said, Lord, make a way and let her do this next step. And that's exactly what happened. So, again, very, very powerful coming from this church. So that was awesome about Pastor Muthi. Yeah.
Stay right. This is awesome. Making a prophetic declaration, and it unfolds the kingdom of God, you know, and so there is a prophetic call.
And I'm very honored today to have one of the truly great leaders in America, a moral compass, a spiritual guide, Pastor Ralph Parsley. He is here. Thank you for your leadership and your guidance. I'm very grateful.
This is not about homosexual rights or lesbian rights. This is about the destruction of the very covenant. They are seeking to redefine marriage. In other words, they are intending to pervert God's original intention.
Blame has been undermined by her evasions, by her outright lies, if I may say, by her pandering, by her race baiting, And now we have what some are reading as a suggestion that somebody knock off Obama. Well, both, if we could.
But you're going to hold on to his endorsement. Your own campaign acknowledged that you should have done a better job of vetting Pastor Hagee.
Oh, sure.
So was it a mistake to solicit and accept his endorsement?
Oh, probably, sure. But I admire and respect Dr. Hagee's leadership of his church. I admire and appreciate his advocacy for the state of Israel.
To give up more land for peace. Joel 3:2 says, any nation that tries to get Israel to divide my land, I will bring it into judgment. I want those of you in the State Department and in government in Washington to hear this. If America does not stop pressuring Israel to give up land, I believe that God will bring this nation into judgment, because I believe what this book says. And if God brings this nation into judgment, he will very likely release the terrorists that you've already let get here through the ridiculous immigration policy you refuse to stop. And this nation is going to go through a bloodbath that you have permitted because of what you have done. You have disobeyed the law of God.
Well, talk to him. Say, welcome, President Bush. We're glad you're here. I want you to bless him. Speak a blessing to him. Once you do that, reach your hand to speak a blessing to him. Do some warfare over him. Do some warfare. He has surrounded himself with spirit-filled people.
And then there is the idealism of those leaders like John McCain who actually do great things. They're the ones who are good for more than talk, the ones that we've always been able to count on to serve and to defend America. Senator McCain's record of actual achievement and reform helps explain why so many special interests and lobbyists and comfortable committee chairmen in Congress have fought the prospect of a McCain presidency from the primary election of 2000 to this very day. Our nominee doesn't run with the Washington herd. He's a man who's there to serve his country and not just his party. A leader who's not looking for a fight, but sure isn't afraid of one either.
Mr. President, you've made it a practice of not commenting on potential personnel moves.
Of course I did.
Calling it speculation.
You can understand why.
But
because we got people's reputations at stake.
Make this government start working for you again and get this country back on the road to prosperity and peace. I know these are tough times for many of you. You're worried about
And on Friday I stood up and said I don't appreciate the speculation about Don Rumsfeld. He's doing a fine job. I strongly support him.
But what do you say to critics who believe that you're ignoring the advice of retired generals, military commanders, who say that there needs to be a change?
I say I listen to all voices, but mine's the final decision. And Don Rumsfeld is doing a fine job.
Please. My friends, my dear friends, please don't be diverted by the ground noise and the static.
And who were you buying the meth for?
No, I was buying it for me, but I never used it.
Have you ever used meth before?
No, I have not.
So.
And I did not ever use it with him.
And did you ever have sex with him?
No, I did not.
What would be different in our fabric of country?
Well, all of those
I could give an argument that there would be more divisiveness, that there would be more hate. There would be there'd be a bigger difference between the rich and the poor. A lot of Tell me why this would be a better world? I'm going to give you, this is your show.
Okay, take the Republican National Convention. And people were happy. They're Christian. They're tolerant. They defend America.
Christian. So we should be Christian. It would be better if we were all Christian.
Yes.
We should all be Christian.
Yes.
Fight with me. Fight with me. Fight for what's right for our country. Fight for the ideals and character of a free people. Fight for our children's future. Fight for justice and opportunity for all. Stand up to defend our country from its enemies. Stand up for each other. For beautiful, blessed, bountiful America. Stand up, stand up, stand up and fight.
Number one issue that is in the selection, that which people should make a selection of the President of the United States, is will this person carry on in the Judeo-Christian principled tradition that has made this nation the greatest experiment in the history of mankind.